Hey everyone, Selena here with another deep dive into Social Security truths. Lately my inbox has been blowing up. Every message and comment is asking the same questions. Selena, is Social Security teaming up with Hoven Security and IZE to track travel records? Are those videos about black helicopters monitoring retirees real? I clicked on a few links you sent me and whoa. Gab all fake AI generated videos. The visuals look convincing, with blurry government document, pink domes and robotic voiceovers, but the scripts are riddled with mistakes. They can't even tell the difference between the two basic types of Social Security benefits, let alone the policy details. I get why this scares you, especially for those of us relying on pensions or disability benefits. We just want a stable retirement. No one wants to feel like every move is being watched or that our hard-earned benefits are at risk. Today, I'm breaking this down once and for all, debunking these AI rumors completely. I tell you who's actually being tracked and who has nothing to worry about, walk you through the latest 2026policy details and share my real experience working at the Social Security Administration, SSA, key truth here. But 90% of people have been misled by AI videos, failing to understand the fundamental differences between different Social Security benefits. First, let's talk about how absurd these AI rumors are. They take making things up to a whole new level. Over the past few months, hundreds of fake official videos have popped up on YouTube, Facebook, and other platforms with clickbait titles like Urgent, Social Security to track all overseas travel pensions may be suspended, and Homeland Security secret dasio, black helicopters monitoring retiree cross gim border activity. Click into one, and you'd see either blurry call internal government documents or edited border surveillance footage paired with emotionless robotic voiceovers. They repeat the same talking points, twisting a normal policy for a specific group into a secret surveillance program targeting all Social Security recipients. Just last week, I got a message from a retired gentleman in Florida. He and his wife plan to spend 6 months traveling in Europe next spring. They even booked their flights in Airbnb. After watching these videos, he could sleep at night, fearing that once he left the U.S., his pension would be cut off, the government would flag him, and they'd dig into his past tax records. Another disabled viewer was even more anxious. He needs to travel to Canada every few months for specialized medical treatment due to his condition. After seeing these rumors, he too scared to cross the border, worried that a simple trip to the doctor would get him labeled as fraudulently receiving benefits and cost him his hard-earned SSI. These two RN alone, I've gotten hundreds of similar messages from people shaken by these AI rumors. Seniors over 65 and people with disabilities are particularly vulnerable. They often have a limited understanding of Social Security policies, and when scared by terms like black helicopters and secret service, they'd easy to mislead. The reason these rumors spread so fast and wide is the explosion of AI generated content. Nowadays, anyone, mean a beginner, can use AI tools to make a government news broadcaster official document explanation. Video in Shifinjong. Votes. No fact checking, no policy verification, just a scary title and realistic visuals to grab views. And more views mean more ad revenue. These rumored mongers don't care about the anxiety they cause. Just in it for the money. Let me share a real stat with you. Last year, the Federal Trade Commission (FTC) released its Social Security and Medicare Rumor Control Report, which stated that AI generated rumors about Social Security and Medicare have increased by a whopping 10% year over 10 year. 80% of the victims are seniors over 65, and another 15% are people with disabilities. Worse, these AI rumors are evolving. It used to be just text. Now, they can create highly realistic videos, forge official documents, and even voiceovers. Mimicking Stapicane officials, nearly impossible for the average person to tell what I'm real. But remember this, Social Security policies are never spread through rumors. Every rule and detail is clearly laid out in public policy documents. There are no secret clauses. I'm breaking down the exact policy that sparked these rumors, word by word. I've shared my experience working at the SMI to reveal the truth. First, let's correct a silly mistake in the rumors. They keep mentioning a sole security agency, which is totally made up. The official U.S. agency in charge of Social Security benefits is the Social Security Administration. The policy in question is a new supplement updated in early January this year, part of the POMS Program Operations Manual System. For those who don't know, POMS is the Snagen Core Internal Operations Manual. For our Shirling Pasca. Long, twice as thick as War and Peace, filled with detailed eligibility criteria, payment rules, and oversight guidelines for all benefits. It updated regularly to reflect inflation and social changes. When I worked at the Sakai, I read the entire manual cover to cover, bringing the thick book home every night to memorize. There's no fluff. Every rule has a corresponding implementation standard and legal basis. The section targeted by rumors is the supplement on expanding the use of foreign travel data, FTD. Then the origin of all this chaos. AI videos took this out of context, framing a rule for a specific group as mass surveillance of all Social Security recipients. This leads to the first key point, fatal flaw in all these rumors. SSI is not the same as Social Security Retirement Benefits or SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. This is the most common misunderstanding. Many people think there is only one type of Social Security benefit, but there are several, each with different rules, funding sources, and oversight methods. Let us walk through the history of the U.S. Social Security system to make this clear. The U.S. Social Security system was established in 1935 under the Roosevelt administration during the late Great Depression. Millions of seniors were unemployed, homeless, and struggling to put food on the table. To address this crisis, the government passed the Social Security Act, initially covering only retirees. The goal was to provide a basic safety net for workers in their old age so they would be destitute. This pension is a contributory benefit funded by payroll taxes paid jointly by employers and employees. Put, when you work, you and your employer pay into Social Security each month. Once you have paid enough for a certain number of years and reach full retirement age, you get monthly benefits. The amount depends on your work history and earnings. The more you pay and the longer you work, the higher your monthly check. Supplemental security income, on the other hand, was established later. It wasn't until the 1970 under the Nixon administration that a unified national SSI program was launched. Before that, each state had its own low-gen income assistance programs with inconsistent standards and poor management. States offered hundreds of dollars a month to low-gen income seniors, while others offered almost nothing. Southern states like Mississippi and Alabama, monthly benefits for low-gen income people with disabilities were less than 50 yuan. Many low-gen income seniors and people with disabilities could even cover basic needs, relying on charity to survive. In 1972, the federal government consolidated these fragmented programs into a single SSI program, assigning administration to the AK. Why the ASCA? Because it already had offices nationwide, a mature benefit payment and oversight system, and professional staff, far more efficient and cost-effective than creating a new agency. Herein, the crucial point, even though the SKOI administers SI, it has no connection to the 1995 Social Security Trust Fund. SI is funded by general federal taxes, making it a need-stem-based benefit. Its sole purpose is to provide a safety net for those truly in need, low-gen income, low-gen asset seniors, and people with disabilities ensuring they can meet basic living expenses. Who qualifies for SSI? You must meet 3 core criteria. No exceptions. First, residency. You must be U.S. citizen or an eligible non-Chen citizen. Eligible non-Chen citizens include lawful permanent residents and asylees with strict residency requirements. Undocumented immigrants are ineligible. Second demographic, you must be a vulnerable group, either 60 older or deemed disabled by the hack. Disabilities include both physical and mental impairments that are expected to last at least 12 or result in death. Temporary injuries don't qualify. Third, and most critical, low income and low assets. Under 2026 rules, single applicants can have no more than 2,000 yuan in assets, and married couples applying together can have no more than 3,000 yuan. Important note, not all assets count. Your primary residence, necessary furniture, appliances, and mobility aids, like wheelchairs or diaper cars, are excluded. No only counts liquid assets like cash, savings, stocks, bonds, and non-gain primary real estate. For income, after deducting necessary living expenses and medical costs, your income must be below the federal poverty level. Maximum monthly SI benefit in 2026 是994美元 up from 943美元 in 2025 50美元 increases to keep up with inflation and rising living costs. And many people also confuse SSI with SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. Both help people with disabilities. They're fundamentally different. B's vastly different oversight. Let clarify to avoid mistakes. SSDI is a contributory benefit part of the same system as retirement benefits funded by payroll taxes. To qualify, you must have paid enough Social Security taxes, usually 40 credits over the past years. And 2026, you earn e-credit for every 1640美元 in earnings up to 30 credits per year. Once you have C-share credits and meet the disability criteria, you can apply for SSDI. Like SSI, SSDI has no income or asset limits. Even if you inherit a large sum, have significant savings, or receive generous family support, you can still get SSDI as long as you're disabled. The benefit amount depends on your work history. SI, however, is purely a welfare benefit funded by taxpayers, so oversight is strict. The goal is to ensure these funds go to those who truly need them, not those who can support themselves. That's why only SSI recipients have their bank accounts monitored and overseas travel tracked. For you get retirement benefits, SSDI, or survivor benefits, you have nothing to fear. Going back to the FT-Day policy that sparked the rumors, NISU text clearly states, expanding FTD use applies only to SI applicants and recipients. Specifically, for U.S. citizens applying for SSI overseas travel data may be checked selectively during the initial claim process. For non-TN citizens, applying for SSI overseas travel data is mandatory for all initial claims. The goal is to verify eligibility. For example, whether the applicant has stable overseas income or lives abroad long term, preventing fraud by concealing overseas status. This is not secret surveillance. It is normal update to SIRENE oversight system, formalizing a process that already existed. In the past, the SAMI relied on self-gen reporting from recipients and occasional data sharing with border control. Integrating FTD into official policy streamlines the process, making it more efficient and reducing gaps. Let me share a real case I handled when I worked at the SSA. This kind of SSI fraud happens every year. A disabled woman from Los Angeles, California, had been receiving SSI for years due to severe lumbar issues. And Arding Arsen, she contacted us to say she was visiting family in Mexico for weeks. We documented her travel dates, return deadline, and reminded her to come back on time and report any changes. But through border travel data checks, we discovered she never returned. She settled in Canac, Mexico for Bamitans, continuing to receive SSI without any notification. We tried reaching her repeatedly by phone and email, but she ignored us and even changed her contact information. In the end, we had to suspend her benefits and recover the 7,952 he fraudulently received. Bamitans, 994美元, might think it, but just a few months of benefits. Why the fuss? But SID budget is fixed, funded by taxpayers. Fraudulent claims mean less money for those who truly need it. Even lowering annual benefit increases. A surge in SI fraud reduced the annual benefit increase by 0.1 percentage points. It may seem small, but for those living on SI, every dollar counts. Tracking overseas travel data closes this loophole, protecting the fairness of the SI system and respecting taxpayer Mazzoni. I understand SI recipients might feel uncomfortable with surveillance, but look at it this way. It protects compliant recipients. The rules are clear. Thus, SI recipients can travel abroad, but they must notify the SCA in advance, and overseas stays can't exceed 30 days. Exceptions are allowed for emergencies, like a family member burn death or sudden illness requiring overseas treatment with proper documentation, eager medical records, death certificates, you can apply for an extension, usually up to another 60 days, with additional extensions for extreme cases. Without advance notice or exceeding the 30-day limit, benefits stop automatically. Upon returning to the U.S., you must reapply and pass verification to resume payments. In the past, self-jam reporting led to gaps. Some recipients took chances, hiding long overseas stays to keep getting benefits. The FTD system provides real gen time border entry exit data. The STA knows when you leave, when you return, and how long you're abroad. No more loopholes. For compliant SI recipients, this is a win. Fewer fraudulent claims mean more stable benefits and a more sustainable system. Speaking of surveillance, let the debunk another widespread rumor. Social Security is monitoring everyone's bank accounts. Last year, this rumor caused panic. Many retirees rushed to their banks asking if the SSA was spying on their accounts. Even withdrew all their savings, putting their money at risk. The truth: only SI recipients need to authorize the SSA to monitor their bank accounts. All other benefit recipients, those on retirement SSDI or survivor benefits, have no such requirement. Why the difference? Because SI is needs-based. Recipients must maintain low income and assets, so the SSA monitors bank accounts to ensure no sudden windfalls, like inheritances or lottery winnings, or hidden assets. For contributory benefits like retirement and SSDI, eligibility doesn't depend on income or assets, so no monitoring is needed. Let us clarify SI recipients' reporting obligations. Common oversight that leads to benefit suspension or repayment. If you receive SSI, you must report the following changes promptly, within 2 days for most. First, income changes. Whether from a job part, time work, family support, inheritance, or lottery winnings, even small amounts, a few $100s, must be reported. One-gen time payments, like a holiday gift from family or a small lottery prize, count student, assume it too small to matter. Second, asset changes. Sim your total liquid assets, savings, stocks, non-gen primary real estate exceed the limit. 2,000美元 for singles, 3,000美元 for couples. Report it immediately. As third, family changes, marriage, divorce, separation, or new household members. A newborn or dependent parent affects SSI amounts and must be reported. Fourth, residency changes, moving, changing addresses, or traveling abroad require advance scanning notification. Fifth, health changes. If you're abled and your condition improves, allowing you to work, or worsens, report it. The SSI adjusts benefits based on health status. These rules tie directly to SSI needs, GAMP-based mission, ensuring fair distribution. Let's just share another real case. In 2024, we worked with a 68-year old, visually impaired SSI recipient who got 994美元. Summer, he won 5,000美元 in the lottery. He thought it was a one-gen time amount and didn't report it. But the SSA detected the deposit through bank monitoring. His assets exceeded 2,000美元, making him ineligible for SSI. We suspended his benefits and required repayment of 1,988美元, 2 tons of benefits received after winning. The man was confused. It just one lottery win, not a steady income. Why stop my benefits? But the rules apply to everyone. Exceed the asset income limit and eligibility pauses, no exceptions. You might ask, can I refuse to let this SSA monitor my bank account? No. Refusal results in immediate denial of SI applications or suspension of existing benefits. It's a prerequisite for receiving SI deal with the government. You promise to maintain eligibility. low-income gatemas, and the government provides support. In return, the government verifies your situation to ensure funds are used properly, and not worry about abuse of power. Ex-SSA is only allowed to check account balances and income history to confirm eligibility, cannot access your spending records or the reason for deposits withdrawals, what you buy on Amazon, how much you spend at restaurants, or money you send to family. This is your private information, protected by law. The SSDI has no right to see or interfere with these details. For those on retirement benefits, SSDI, survivor benefits, spousal benefits, or divorced spousal benefits, relax. The SSA will monitor your bank account or track your overseas travel. Your income, assets, and travel freedom are unrestricted. I repeat this. These are contributor benefits. You paid into Social Security through payroll taxes during your working years. You earned this safety net. No need to meet income ATUB requirements, so no monitoring. The SSA uses direct deposit to send benefits, so it accesses your bank account only for payment purposes, not to check spending or balances. Travel the world, save for your kids, education, invest in stocks. This is your right. Mon. Interfere. Many retirees ask, can I live abroad long, term, and still get my pension? For the most part, yes. Only two exceptions, Cuba and North Korea. This isn't an ASTMI rule. Due to U.S. Treasury sanctions, financial sanctions prevent the UNCLA from sending checks or making wire transfers to these countries. You lose your benefits when you return to the U.S. The Afraibri will issue a lump sum payment for all missed months. I had a client who spent 2 months in Cuba visiting family. His pension was paid monthly, but upon returning he provided entry records and proof of residency. I deposited the full 2 months benefits into his account immediately, with a clear explanation of the delay, no deductions. For all other countries, Europe, Southeast Asia, Canada, Australia, your pension is deposited monthly, no questions asked. No one tracks your travel and no one checks your bank account. A good friend of mine retires to Portugal for 2 months every year. This has been his routine for years, as his pension hits his U.S. bank account on time monthly, and he uses his card to spend and withdraw cash in Portugal with no issues. The SSDI never contacts him to verify his travel. Only a yearly proof of life is required. This is a standard process for all benefit recipients living abroad, not surveillance. Misunderstand it. Let's explain proof of life, a common pain point for expat beneficiaries. If you receive retirement benefits, SSDI, or similar benefits and live abroad long-term, the SSDI sends a yearly proof of life form. Some countries require it every months depending on data sharing agreements. Please fill it out to confirm you're alive and mail it back. The purpose is simple: prevent fraudulent claims after a recipient and death. In the past, this required paper forms and mail, cumbersome for seniors, especially in countries with poor healthcare or limited postal services, like some Southeast Asian nations. Forms got lost or delayed, leading to benefit suspension. Recipients spent hours appealing and resubmitting documents, avoidable hassle. A few months ago, the SE updated its policy, simplifying the process. No more paper forms or trips to the post office. 3 easy options. First, phone verification. Call the SSDI and toll-free number 807-272-213. Provide your social security number, name, and date of birth. A representative verifies your identity, and the process takes minutes. No documents needed. My friend in Portugal uses this method. It takes less than 15 minutes every year. Again, consulate assistance. If there is no stay office in your country, contact the embassy or consulate staff will help you fill out forms, verify your identity, and submit on your behalf. Third, online submission. The SSDI launched a new online portal for expat beneficiaries. Register an account, upload documents, or complete verification digital, easy for anyone comfortable with some 6 or computers. Even better, the SSDI has data sharing agreements with many countries, including Canada, Australia, EU nations, Japan, and South Korea. If you're legally registered as a resident, the SSDI automatically receives proof of life from local governments. No action needed on your part. For example, if you're a permanent resident of Canada with a FOIACA Mel Leave card, the Canadian government shares your residency and survival status with the SMI regularly. The SA confirms you're alive and continues benefits, no forms, no calls. This is a policy improvement designed to make life easier for expats, not surveillance. Learn to tell the difference now. Let me address the most controversial line in the policy. T1 AI rumors twisted the most. The foreign travel data application is not yet available for SSDI. We will expand FTDA application functionality in future system versions. SSDI stands for Retirement, Survivors and Disability Insurance, covering retirement benefits, SSDI, survivor benefits, and most other social security benefits. Over 67亿 alien recipients as of January 2026. Rumors claim this means Social Security will soon track all retirees. Travel, mass surveillance is coming. That's not true. The Sanger only says it will expand FTD functionality. No mention of applying it to SSDI recipients, and based on policy logic, administrative costs, and public impact. This is highly unlikely. Why am I so sure? First, policy logic. SSDI is contributory. Eligibility doesn't depend on income, assets, or travel. Tracking overseas travel serves no purpose. Would only create unnecessary hassle. Second, administrative costs. SSDI covers 67亿 alien people, 70% whom are retirees. Nearly 47亿 alien. Tracking all their travel would require massive investment, system upgrades, more staff, and global border data partnerships. The cost far outweighs any benefit, conflicting with government efforts to cut administrative waste. Third, public impact. Announcing travel tracking for all retirees would spark widespread outrage and protest, especially among expat retirees. It would damage government credibility, which contradicts the SNI goal of improving services. Based on my experience with some policy changes, I believe expanding FTD will likely improve proof of life processes for expat SSDI recipients. For example, recent border travel records could automatically confirm you're alive, waiving the need for manual forms. Or for recipients with no proof of life updates, travel data could verify their status, preventing fraud. This is service improvement, not surveillance, making benefits more efficient and convenient, not restricting travel. Even if FTD is one day applied to SSDI, it will be voluntary or limited to fraud cases, never mandatory tracking like SSI. No need to panic or let AI rumors ruin your travel plans. I want to emphasize, when the government enacts reasonable policies to solve real problems, we should keep an open mind, not react negatively to words like surveillance or data checks. The FTD update for SSI is a good thing. Before, unmonitored overseas travel led to hundreds of millions of dollars in fraudulent SSI claims yearly. Money could have gone to higher benefits for compliant recipients or expanding coverage to more low-income seniors and people with disabilities. Strengthening oversight with technology makes the SSI system healthier and more sustainable. And to equate all surveillance with privacy violations. The key is who being monitored and why. Surveillance targeting fraud protects public interests, ensuring limited funds go to those who need them most. That we're supporting. Now, let us answer a viewer question. Mary from San Antonio, Texas. Her situation is common among survivor benefit recipients, Mary wrote. When I was in my early 60 I asked Social Security, and they said I had to wait until 65 to get benefits. I am bald 72. I was in a car accident a while back and have been bedridden. I want to claim my husband in survivor benefits, but Social Security says my own benefit is higher. I only get 700 a month. I don't understand why, and I don't know what to do. Mary question touches on core survivor benefit rules, benefit comparison, and matnate coordination. Let me break it down to help her and others avoid mistakes. First, why can Mary get both her pension and her husband in survivor benefits? Osaka rule, you can only receive the higher of the two benefits, not both, and not a combination. The Asugai automatically compares your retirement benefit to your potential survivor benefit, paying you the larger amount. This is a common mistake. Many think they can get both after a spouse's death, but that's not the case. Mary's own benefit is higher than her husband and survivor benefit, so she gets 700. This is correct. There are details to verify and benefits Mary may be eligible for that she missing out on. First detail is Mary and 700美元 before or after Medicare Part B premiums. Under RDO, the standard Medicare Part B aim premium is 222.90美元, deducted directly from Social Security benefits. If 700美元 is her net amount after deductions, her gross benefit is 922.90美元，700美元加222.90美元。This is below the 2026名 maximum set paid benefit of 994美元。In this case, Mary qualifies for SSI to cover the gap 71.10美元，994美元减922.90美元。Extra 70美元加 may seem small, but for seniors on fixed incomes, it can cover a week of groceries or part of a prescription. 700美元 is her gross benefit before deductions. Her net amount is 477.10美元，700美元减222.90美元。She qualified for a much larger SSI benefit, 516.90美元. Providing critical extra income. In detail, does Mary qualify for SSI? At 72, she meets the age requirement. The key is her income and assets. If her monthly income, after deducting Medicare premiums, necessary living expenses, and medical costs, is below 994美元, and her liquid assets are under 2000美元, she's eligible. Marrying car accident and bedridden status may also qualify her for disability. Even if her income is slightly over the limit, a disability determination could make her eligible. Medical expenses, medications, home care, physical therapy are deducted from income. Mary should gather her accident records, medical diagnoses, and care bills to apply for SSI disability status. This step is crucial. She could unlock more benefits. Third benefit Mary may be missing. If Mary qualifies for SSI, she automatically qualifies for Texas Mestra, no extra application needed. Texas and Machine programs called Star Health. While Texas ranks among the least generous states for low gen income Machuet, alongside Alabama and Georgia, it covers basic medical care, home health services, and prescription drugs. A Mary in bedridden status means she likely needs long gen-term care. In gen-home nursing, physical therapy, costly services Manuto can help cover. It also fills gaps in Medicare coverage, like some prescriptions and durable medical equipment. Wheelchairs, hospital beds. Fourth benefit, Medicare Savings Programs, NSPs. If Mary qualifies for Methweight, she can apply for an ACOS to cover her 222.90美元Mega Part B premium. This increases her net Social Security income. She may also qualify for the dual eligibility program from those with both Medicare and Malio. This program offers additional benefits, free preventive care, prescription drug subsidies, dental care, and vision exam, PAL essential for a bedridden senior. Mary also mentioned, when I asked at Lucier, Social Security said I had to wait until Lucier. This is likely because she was working at the time, and her income exceeded the Sangan earnings limit for beneficiaries under full retirement age. The earnings limit for those under 65 2480美元. For every 2美元 earned over this limit, 1美元 in Social Security benefits is withheld. Mary was probably working and earning over this amount, so the SMA advised her to wait until 65 on retirement age. Once you reach full retirement age, earnings no longer affect benefits. You can earn any amount and get your full check. Mary is well past full retirement age if she takes a part-gen time job. Her benefits won't be reduced. Here my step advice for Mary and others in similar situations. Contact the SMI to confirm if her 700 is gross or net. Ask about SSE eligibility. Call the toll-gen free number or schedule an in-gen person appointment. TAS staff will calculate her income, bad builds, and explain the application process and required documents. Apply for Texas Star Health Matweish immediately. Even basic coverage will reduce her medical costs. Consult a local Social Security advocacy group like AR Texas. Their experts offer free help. They'll review her eligibility for Expats and the dual eligibility program, guiding her through applications. I'd submit and stake a disability application with her accident records and medical bills. A disability determination could boost her SSI eligibility, even if her assets are slightly over the limit. Marian's situation isn't unique. Many survivor benefit recipients and divorced spouses struggle with benefit comparisons, earnings limits, and mathematic coordination, missing out on benefits they entitled to. Let's share key survivor benefit facts to avoid mistakes. Eligibility, age. Non-disabled survivors can claim benefits at 60. Disabled survivors can claim as early as 50 or earlier than the minimum retirement age of 62. Disabled survivors don't miss this deadline. Marriage requirement. To claim spousal survivor benefits, you must have been married to your spouse for at least 6 years. The same rule applies to divorce survivor benefits. You must also be unmarried. Married less than 6 years, you're ineligible unless you're caring for a minor child of the deceased. Benefit amount. Survivor benefits can be up to bath the deceased spouse or full retirement benefit. But the amount depends on when you claim. Claim early at 60 for a reduced amount, around 70% for non-disabled survivors. Claim at full retirement age. 67 in 2026 for the full amount. Another common question: will working affect my survivor benefits? Depends on your age. If you're under full retirement age and earn over the limit, benefits are reduced. Once you reach full retirement age, earnings don't affect benefits. If you earn 100 美元 in a year, for example, if you claim survivor benefits at 62 and earned 25,000 美元 over the 24,480 美元. Limit, the excess is 520 美元. CKI withholds 260美元, 5美元20除2 in benefits. But if you claim at 67, you get the full benefit regardless of income. Let's recap to avoid AI rumors. Only SI recipients have bank accounts monitored and overseas travel tracked. SI's needs scan this oversight ensures taxpayer funds go to those who truly need them, protecting the system and fairness and sustainability. Retirees SSDI, recipients and survivor benefit recipients have no monitoring, no bank account checks, no travel tracking. Benefits are paid monthly everywhere except Cuba and North Korea. Your travel and spending freedom is protected. Future FTD expansions will likely improve services, like proof of life for expats not monitor SSDI recipients. No need to worry. For Social Security questions, ignore AI rumors and hearsay and contact the SAI directly, 800-772-2123, or trusted local organizations, approved community centers for accurate information. I know Social Security is personal using your retirement safety net. A policy change or rumor can cause anxiety, but remember, Social Security in core mission is fairness and security. Most rules protect workers and vulnerable groups. AI-generated rumors exist only for clicks and ad revenue. Rumor mongers don't care about your peace of mind. Rational, verify information through official channels and don't let rumors ruin your travel plans or cost you benefits you deserve. By the way, I posted a video yesterday about living on Social Security alone, breaking down dozens of supplemental benefits and SNAP, food stamps, Section BA, housing vouchers, IEP, energy assistance, free legal services, and senior meal programs. These benefits ease financial stress and improve quality of life. Many viewers shared their application experiences in the comments, and social service professionals are answering questions. Mary and anyone in similar situations should check it out. Grab a pen and paper, note the benefits that fit your situation, and apply for each one. You earned these benefits. Until miss out due to lack of knowledge or fear of paperwork. A quick reminder, when applying for benefits, gather all required documents in advance. Social Security number, income Matthews proof, and medical records. Talk to the SEC or an advocate to understand the process and avoid mistakes, like missing documents that delay or deny your application. Your application is denied, don't go. Finally, I do love to hear your social security stories in the comments. You confuse different benefits successfully applied for SSI, mess wheat, or housing vouchers. What do you think about the FTD policy? Share your questions, struggles, and successes. Let's all support each other. I read every comment daily, and I make dedicated videos to answer common questions, helping you avoid pitfalls and claim the benefits you deserve. Data for today. Thank you for watching. I'm Selena, a former SSDI employee dedicated to exposing Social Security truths and helping you avoid traps. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with family and friends. Let's spread the truth, fight AI rumors, and protect our retirement security. For any Social Security questions, leave a comment or send a message. I'm here to help. See you in the next video.